Hello friends, welcome back. So in last session we have seen the introduction of JUnit and we have started the demo of JUnit also. We have seen how we can get started with JUnit, what dependency we need and how we can add the dependency and how we can create the test cases and how we can execute the test cases. So all those points we have seen in the last session. So in this session we will see JUnit assertions. So what is assertion? Assertion in JUnit is used to check the actual result with expected result. Suppose any method, if we are calling any method, the method is returning some value or returning some result. That may be an object, that may be primitive data type or boolean data type, that can be integer, float, long, string, any object it can be, and that we have to compare against some value. Or how we can compare that one? We have to use some if else condition, something like that. Only we can tell whether this test case is passed or not. Same how we have seen in the last session. We have created one class, and that class in that main method we have written the coding the unit of coding of that one, unit testing of the code. So there we have we can write the conditions also, like if condition, else condition, based on the result, whether the result is same as per expected or it is differing from the expected result. So that we no need to do that condition check also, because assertion is doing all those operations. So assertion in JUnit is used to check the actual result with expected result. Assertion avoid using if else statements. What is if else statement? Why we need to compare whether the result is same or not? So that comparison we can do through if else conditions only. So that conditions we can avoid using assertion. We should not do like that. If else condition, something like that, whether the result is same or result is different. So assertion is giving all that facilities where you can avoid the if else statements, which make the code simpler and easy to maintain. And assertion is checked through org.junit.assert class. The assert class is available. The assert class is available under org.junit.assert. And this class can be used to check the actual versus expected result for the test cases. And org.junit.assert class provide so many static methods that can be used to check the assert result with expected value. For example, assert.assert abc. Here abc will be replaced with operation and type. What type? What operation? Suppose assert equal is an operation. Assert equal is an operation. ABC is replaced with equals. So how this equal method will work? This equal method is internally using equals method that you should override in your class to really compare its instance to compare object, to compare the object. So this assert equal, assert not equal, assert equal. See all methods. See, so many methods are available in this assert class. All the methods are static, and that method also overloaded in the sense assert equal. This assert equal method is available for integer type, and here you can see this assert equal is method is available with double. So for all the types, for all the primitive or reference type, for any for whatever the types are available for primitive, like long, byte, short, boolean, character, so for all that one this method is available. So it is overloaded for all the types and for all it is using equal method to compare that one. So like that, assert not equal is also overloaded. So assert not equal, assert array equal, assert null, assert not null, assert true. So these methods is overloaded for different types. Yeah, that assert true or false, that is available only for conditions, only for boolean type, because boolean type can only be true or false. But object, assert null object can be of any type, that can be a student, a employee, person, address. So far how many types of object we have created? So any type of object you can check with this one whether the assets is equal or not equal. Array equal, array, see here this is assert array equal, and that array currently we are giving as an object array, but this array equal is available for all types of array. Array can be type of string, array can be type of byte, array can be type of long, int, short, double, float, any types. Even that array can be type of boolean, any type of array. For that one also this method is available, for that type of this method is available. And here you are observing one thing, the first parameter is the expected value, what we are expecting, and this is the actual value. Actual value means that value that is returned by some method that we are going to test. So whatever the methods return type is returning the result, that is actual value, and expected, that is our expected value, what we are expecting. Suppose in the last session we have seen one sum and multiplication method. So that method is returning one number, that number, whatever the method the number is returning, that is our actual value. And what we are expecting, suppose 7 plus 3, so 7 plus 3 will be 10, so 10 is the expected value, and what the value is returned by the sum method, that is actual value. So that actual value we have to give here, and expected value we have to give here. The first parameter is expected and the second parameter is actual value. So like that you can we can test for the assets, what are different types of asset, like that is asset equal for integer, asset equal for double, for byte, for long, boolean, float, any type, even for object also this is available. So like that so many methods are there, and all methods are overloaded, for different type also. Assert true, assert false. Here two methods are, that is very important. One is assert equal and assert same, that has a similar difference. What is the difference between them? Assert equal is using equal methods to check whether the objects are equal or not. Assert equal is used to check that the two objects or two values are equal or not, but assert same is used to check whether the object is pointing to the same reference or not. That has a very difference with that you already know, because we have already seen this one, equal operator and equal method. Difference between equal method and equal operator. So assert same is using equal operator, equal operator, or we can say that assert same is internally using the comparator, equal operator, the comparison whether that is the same or not. So comparison it is doing, but equal method, that is checking whether the values of the objects are same or not as per the implementation. Equal, hash equal, or comparable, or hash code. So all those methods, by checking with them, it is making one decision whether the objects are equal or objects are different. But assert equal, just it is comparing the results only, comparing the reference address only, whether the two object reference pointing to the same object, it will return true, otherwise it will return false. So assert same, assert not same. So like that n number of methods are there. So let's see the example first. So here, as we have already seen in the last session, math.util we created. So we created math.util. So for math.util, to sum of and multiplication of two numbers, so that we have already seen. So here if you see, observe this test case only, if you observe this test case only, math utl. So here for this math utl, you can see here we are using assert equal. So this is our assertion, this is our assertion, assert dot assert equal. So here what type of assertion we are doing, we are making equal assertion in the sense 10, this is the expected result. Now 10 is the expected result and sum is the actual value, whatever the method is returning, that is actual value, but what we are expecting, that is this expected value, that is the first one. In the same way for assert equal here also, and if we run this one, then both the test cases are passed successfully, that we have already seen in the last session. Yes, so now now the next what we are seeing here, we have created one array util, because in this one some array related operations are also there, or some true false related also, true or false related operations are also there. So that too we have to see. So here if you see this array util, here we have created some of the static methods, and that method is array related. Array related means, suppose in this array util find element, one method is there, that is a find element. What it is doing, it is finding the element from this array, and what element it is finding, this is finding this second position, second parameter element. So this element, whatever we are passing, that element it will search into this array, and if the element found, it will return the index of that one. If element is not found, then it will return -1. So this is the functionality for this one. And the next method we have written, that is a sort. So what it is doing, it is sorting the array, and what it is returning, it is returning nothing, because return type for this one is void, it is not returning anything. Okay, and the next one is has element. Has element means it is also searching for the element, but for this one return type is boolean. This implementation and this find implementation is same only, but find element method is returning the index of that element. What element is available, but element is available at what index, it is returning true or false. It is returning the index number. If element is not found, it will return index as -1, it means element not found, and otherwise it will return element found, and it will return the index of that one. But has element is just returning either true or false, it is not returning the index of the element. If element found, it will return true, otherwise it will return false. Okay, so now we have to write the implementation, unit test case for this one. So that we have already written inside array util test. So if I open this array util test, you will see here. So this is for first one, find element. So this is our input value, and this one is the array, that from this array whatever the element we have to find. So this is that element, this is that array. And 3, we want to find the 3. So whether this third element is available into this array or not, and whatever the index will come, so that index we are calculating here. But currently this index is available at 0, 1 and 2, so it should be true. If this test case is failing, it means our code has a bug. If this test case is failing, our code has a bug, or our code is not working as per the expectation. So what we have to do in that case, we have to re-implement the we have to recheck the code, and we have to fix the bug, and whatever the issue is there, that has to be resolved. In the same way, for short method also we have written the test case. what we are doing here, we are sorting the element, we are sorting the array of a element. So this is our input array has element 5 2 3 7, and that we are going to sort. After sorting, see, the return type for sort is void, it is not returning, but it will sort that array only, into that array only it will sort. So that array, after sorting, that should become 2 3 5 7, it should be 2 3 5 7, because currently 5 2 3 7, this is the element, these are the elements here. So but after sorting it should be 2 3 5 7, so that we are expecting, so that's why this is the expected value, and this is the actual value. And here assert array equals, we are using assertion, and if this assertion is failing, in that case our code has the issue, our code has not written as per the requirement, our code is not sorting the element in that case. Okay, so this is the test case for sort method. And third one is an has element. For this test case is written for has element. So 5237 has element 9? No, this don't have has element. So what is the return type for has element? Return type for has element is a boolean, and that boolean we are taking as a flag. So assert false, if this is a false, then it is a true. Assert false, yes, assert false is true. No, it is asking for assert false. Here assertion we are applying assert false. So whether this flag is false or true, it will return. If this flag value is false, then this test case will be considered as a passed. If the value of the flag will be true, then this test case will be failed. In that case we have to check the code, because currently our array has element 5 2 3 7 only, it doesn't have a 9. So it means the flag should be false, and if it is a false, then this test case should be passed. Okay, and if that's fine. Okay, so if I run this one, you will see the test cases result, whether the test cases are passed or. So you can see here we are getting here 0 failure. Here see, failure are 0, no error. Error means error in the sense inside our test cases some error is there, some compilation error or something like that. So no compilation error. No failure, 0 failure. 0 failure means test cases, all the test cases whatever are available under this file, in this com.techhub.demo.junit array util test, inside this class how many tests are written, all test cases are passed if failure is 0. If failure is there, then it will give here count of the failure. Suppose I will give here 3. In that case what it will become, this flag will become true, because 5 2 3 7, because for element for the input array 5 2 3 7, 3 element 3 is available, so this will return true. But we are checking assert false, in that case this test case will be failed. So if I run this one, you will see one error will come. See, failure, error is not there, no compilation error, but failure is there. One method is failed. Which method is failed? From here you can observe. Here 3 methods are there. Has element test, 3 test case are there. One test case is has element test, that is failed. Remaining 2 short test and find element test are passed, because here you can see here one green checkbox symbol is coming, but here blue cross is there, it means this test case is failed. This test case is failed. Okay, so this will become 9 only, fine. Here that is correct only. Index, if you make this as a false, then it will give for this one. Suppose find element, so here if I give here 4, in this case find element 4 from this array, so 4 is not available under this array, so it will give here -1, and -1 is not this one, so this test case will failed now. Yes, this test case is failing. Has element, that is fine. Has element test, this test case is passed, this is passed, this is failed. And what is the failure here? You can see from here array, from this message you can observe what it is saying. It is saying that expected 2, it is expecting 2 but found -1. -1 means the value of this actual actual result is -1, but we are expecting 2, that's why it is coming this one. So it should be 3, because now this is a 3, now it is expecting 2 and the actual value is also 2 only, so this test case is passed. Okay, so all the test cases are passed, no failure, no error, all the test cases are passed. Okay, and this one that we have seen for assert array equal and assert true or assert false. Okay, and the next one is object is null, assert null or assert not null, that we can now we will see that one. Assert null or assert not null. Null or not null means how we can check that one. Suppose we have created one data repository, one class we have written data repository, and this data repository, what it is doing, it is just returning the object, whatever the type we are specifying, it is returning the object of that one, but object it is returning depending on some ID. Suppose if we are giving this ID as a null, then it will definitely throwing my custom exception. ID cannot be null like that, it is throwing that exception. If the ID is ID 001, then only it is returning the object of the class, whatever the class we are giving here, whatever the class here. This is a class, is a generic we are giving here, and this class, whatever the class we are giving here, for that class only it is giving the object. So currently whatever the type we will specify, it will return that object. If this ID is not ID 001, it will return null. So we have to write the unit test case for this one now, so that we can write like this: data repository test. Under this data repository test, we have written this test. Here we need data repository because we have to write the test case for data repository. In array util test, we have not created the object for array util, because for array util we cannot create the object. Why? Because the constructor of this array util is private, and all the methods, 3 methods we have defined into this class, all the methods are static. If the methods are static, we no need to create the object, we can directly access with the class name. So that's why we have not created the object for this array util, and we cannot create the object for array util also. But for data repository we need object. Why? Because this get object method is not static, that method is type of reference only, that is an instance member of the class, so that we have to access through some object only. So that's why we need object. So that's why we created the object of data repository here first, and for this one we can now test for now we can test get object method of this one. So what we are doing here we are specifying the class type, what type of object we are expecting. String, so it will return string. If I give here number, in that case this should be number now, because that is generic we have already seen. You can go to that session and you can watch that again, no issue. Generic you can learn that again, no issue. This is generic, use whatever the type we are specifying, it is returning that type only. Currently I am giving here a string, you can give string or any type, any student, person, address, customer, employee, any type, whatever the type you want, you can specify, it will return that type of object. Okay, so here what we are doing, assert not null, assert not null. So assert not null, so whether this is a null or whether this is not null, currently what it is id, if we are specifying id 001, so here we are checking if it is id 001, then only we are returning the object. In that case this should not be null, definitely it should not be null. So it should be, this test case should be passed. If it is not passing, then our test case has some issue or some bug is there that we have to fix. So if I run this one, and you will see the output whether this is a correct or whether this is not correct. So yes, so it is a correct, there is no issue, this test case is passed. Okay, so like that we can check for the assertion, assertion same, assertion not same, like that you can check. Suppose here this is for assertion same, so data 1 and data object both are same only, so that's why this is also will be passed. If I give here assert not same, it is checking the equals on internally only, equal operator, whether the reference of these both are same or not. So these are same. If I give here something like that, in that case that will be not same, so it will be true, it will be passed. Yes. Okay, so like that we can check. And as we have already discussed, this assert, all the methods of this assert class are overloaded in the sense, see, you can see here. So first one is assert array equal, this is for boolean, this is for byte, this is for character, int, long, object, short, double, float, string, and this will give a message. If it is not passed, then it will give message also, you can specify message, no issue. This one, if it is not passed, then you can specify here message also, like ABCD something, that is also fine, that is up to your choice. If you want to give some message, you can give. If it is failing, then only this message is useful. If this test case is failed, then only this message is useful, otherwise there is no use. Suppose null, now this test case will fail, assert, okay, assert not null, and here I will give null, now this assert is null, so this test case will fail. Now what you will get the message ABC. Before what we are getting here some default message is coming. Now default message will come, now default message you will get. See, currently for this one assert null, there is no message, but for some like message is not there, like this value is expected but this found, for that one you will get the message. So we will see that one, wait. Okay, so this is the use of assert null or assert not null. That was array util, I think. Okay, array util test. So under this array util test, yeah, here, so here if you see this value is 2 currently, and I will give here 3 also, but I want to give some different message, hello. Now you see what message we will get. If this is passing hello, it is added here, hello, expected 3 but 2, we are expecting 3 but found 2. So if we not give this hello, if we don't give this hello, then this hello will not come here, you can see, yes, 3 but 2. So this should be 2 only. Now this test case is passed. Correct. Okay, so in the same way, this assertion method for this assert class are overloaded. So this is for assert for array, overloaded for all the types of array. And in the same way, assert equal, you can see here assert equal for different type, it is overloaded. It's overloaded, see, for string, boolean, with message also. Or assert not equal, that is also overloaded for different types. Assert same, that is also overloaded, but assert same, that can be compared with only the object only. It is not like that for primitive data type, you cannot do that one. So that's why this is for only available for object only. And assert true or false, that is only for boolean, or else false. Okay, assert equal, assert not equal. Okay, not equal also you can see, that is overloaded for different type. Assert not same, assert equal. So like that, n number of methods are there. Assert throw, that also we will see. Assert throw means it will check whether this is throwing the particular type of exception or not. Assert null, assert not same. Okay, so this is the use of assertion in JUnit. And assertion, why we need assertion? Assertion in JUnit is used to check the actual result with expected result. Assertion avoid if else statement which make code similar and easy to maintain, and that assertion we can do using assert class of org.junit.assert. And that assert class has all the methods for respective type assertion check, and the all methods are overloaded for different type also. So this is all about the assertion in JUnit 4. Okay, and in the next session we will see JUnit annotation, and that is also called JUnit fixtures. So why we need these fixtures, and what is the fixture, and what is JUnit annotations, we will see all those points in our next session. So I hope you like this session. Please subscribe my channel, and we will see you in the next session. Till that, bye bye, and thanks for watching.